For over 40 years, the upstairs of Graceland has been sealed tight. No tours, no photos, no access. Now Elvis Presley's granddaughter, Riley Keough, has broken decades of silence. And what she revealed is nothing short of stunning.
Elvis Presley's granddaughter, Riley Keough, is opening up about her plans for Graceland and a promise to her mother.
Hidden rooms, sealed letters, secret tunnels, and a family promise that changes everything. But before we get to what she found upstairs, we have to understand why those doors were locked in the first place. The second floor of Graceland was sealed on August 16, 1977, the very day Elvis died. Not just closed off from tourists, but locked away from staff and curators. Even family members had limited access. It wasn't a museum decision, it was a personal one. Vernon Presley, Elvis' father, ordered that no one should disturb the area upstairs. It was sacred, untouched, and private.
We were very close, so a lot of the Graceland stuff I was already involved in with her.
That privacy has lasted decades, and for fans, it became the most mysterious place in the Presley estate. A time capsule sealed in grief. Riley Keough isn't just Elvis Presley's granddaughter. She grew up in those halls visiting Graceland as a child while the public walked its lower floors, but she was allowed upstairs. She remembers the details, the frozen clock above the bed still showing the moment paramedics arrived. She remembers the smell of his cologne, the feel of the walls, the way everything looked like he might walk back in at any moment. To her, that floor wasn't just history, it was a living memory. One of the most haunting things Riley describes is a simple shoebox beneath Elvis' bed. Labeled, "Do not open it," contained unsent letters. One was addressed to Lisa Marie. Another read, "To whoever finds this after I'm gone." These weren't fan letters or public notes. They were private, raw, emotional. And Riley says they changed how she understood the man behind the legend. The bedroom was exactly as he left it. Silk sheets still neatly pulled, Bible on one nightstand, pain medication bottles still full on the other. Nothing moved, nothing cleaned, nothing modernized. This wasn't a museum piece, it was personal grief encased in silence. Even the books by his bed untouched still held his notes, his annotations, his thoughts. The second floor wasn't closed to hide something. It was preserved to feel everything. But what Riley reveals next takes that mystery to a whole new level. There was a room no fan had ever heard of. No photo, no mention in any Graceland tour. She calls it the Quiet Room, a small tucked-away meditation space Elvis built for himself. Low lighting cushions on the floor, the soft hum of a sound machine. It was where he went to escape the world, to pray to find peace. Riley says it was the most honest reflection of who he truly was, a man trying to shut out the noise and search for meaning. And as she opened up about these spaces, the mystery surrounding Graceland's upstairs only deepened. Because there were rumors swirling for years about a tunnel. A secret passage hidden beneath the house, built not for drama, but for disappearance. Could it be true? Could the king of rock and roll have built an underground escape route to vanish when fame became too much? The tunnel theory isn't new. It's been whispered about since the late 70s. Fans claimed Elvis had it constructed to avoid paparazzi or make a quiet getaway when needed. Some say it leads beneath the meditation garden to an unmarked exit in the woods. Others believe it was a decoy to cover a deeper plan to vanish forever. The Presley family has never confirmed or denied it, but that silence has only made the rumors louder. Some former Graceland staffers deny the tunnel ever existed. Others offer cryptic comments like, "There are things not even employees are shown." One journalist claimed in 1987 that he found a sealed concrete entryway near the back of the property, but no photos were ever released and the story was quietly buried. Still, it added fuel to a theory that refuses to die. And that tunnel theory ties directly into the most enduring rumor of them all. That Elvis Presley never died, that he faked his death, escaped through a hidden passage, and has been living in secret ever since. It sounds outrageous, but there are sightings, eyewitness claims, and strange inconsistencies that keep fans believing. 1 year after his death, a man using the name John Burroughs' Elvis known hotel, alias, was seen boarding a plane in Memphis. Other sightings followed Elvis at a Burger King in Texas, Elvis at a DMV in California, Elvis watching an impersonator show in Nevada. Each time the details were uncanny but unverifiable. Grainy photos and odd stories filled tabloids, but no concrete proof ever emerged. And yet one detail haunts believers: the spelling of his middle name. Elvis' legal middle name was Aaron with one A, but his gravestone reads Aaron with two A's. Was it a typo or a secret signal? A clue that the man buried at Graceland wasn't really him. Riley Keough finally addressed this in her own way. She didn't speak about conspiracies or sightings. She simply said that upstairs feels like he never left everything. What if the Presley family tree isn't complete? What if Elvis Presley had children the world never knew about? For decades, rumors have claimed just that the king of rock and roll fathered more children beyond Lisa Marie. Children who were hidden, denied, or quietly paid off to stay silent. Some of these alleged heirs have stepped forward with what they claim is proof DNA tests, birth certificates, even side-by-side photos. One man demanded the right to exhume Elvis's body for DNA testing. His request was denied. Another woman submitted hair samples from a lock supposedly auctioned at a fan convention. The Presley estate dismissed it all as baseless, unreliable, and speculative. But even without evidence, the rumors refused to die, partly because of how valuable the Presley estate really is. After Elvis died in 1977, Lisa Marie Presley inherited Graceland and the surrounding empire. Upon her passing in 2023, that control passed to her daughter, Riley Keough, but not without a battle. Priscilla Presley, Elvis' ex-wife and Lisa Marie's mother, filed a legal challenge. She disputed a 2016 amendment that named Riley as trustee of the Presley estate. The issue was eventually settled out of court, but it revealed just how contested and high stakes this legacy has become. It's not just emotional, it's worth hundreds of millions of dollars and full of legal layers that are hard to break through. Still, the same few names keep reappearing in fan forums and tabloid headlines. Women who claim they received hush money calls from Elvis in the late 60s and early 70s. Some claim to have been told to keep quiet, while others insist they were denied access to legal rights altogether. The Presley estate has never publicly acknowledged any of these claims, and yet the rumors persist because at the heart of it all, Elvis remains a symbol of mystery and contradiction. A public icon who lived much of his later life in total seclusion. A man who gave the world his voice, but kept his heart and mind hidden away in the upstairs of a Memphis mansion. A man who wrote the word free over and over in a private journal, but spent years locked inside his own home. Riley Keough doesn't try to untangle all of that. She knows that some questions will never be answered, but what she does offer is something fans never had before, a glimpse into the rooms behind the velvet rope. A story of a man told not through headlines, but through the items he left behind. She says that the upstairs at Graceland is the most real version of Elvis. There is not the icon, but the human being. And that's why she has no plans to open those doors to the public. She believes the mystery is part of the magic. Some spaces are meant to stay personal, she says, but that doesn't mean they have to stay secret. By speaking up, Riley has given fans something more powerful than a tour. She has given them a connection. As long as Graceland stands, the upstairs will remain untouched. But now we know more than we ever have that Elvis didn't just build a house. He built a sanctuary, a place where his deepest thoughts, fears, and hopes still echo through the walls. And in revealing that Riley has not only honored her grandfather, she has kept the legend alive in the most intimate way possible. So maybe there is no tunnel. Maybe Elvis never faked his death. Maybe the sightings were mistaken and the stories just stories. But even if that's true, there's one thing that can't be denied. Elvis Presley didn't just vanish from the world. He retreated into it. He created a space no one else could enter. And now, thanks to Riley, we finally understand why. Inheriting Graceland wasn't just about property or legacy. It was about protecting a story too heavy to tell until now. Riley didn't open the doors, but she opened the silence. And sometimes that's all the truth you need.